Like it, don't get along.
Hey everyone, welcome to a bonus episode of Psychic Golfing Garage. I'm Bo.
I'm Kelton.
And I'm Zach.
I swear to God, I thought y'all, did that backwards.
We did.
As it was happening, I fucking heard, I heard you say it, and I was like, oh God, are they doing it the other way? Are they fucking me over? Yeah.
Bo also thinks we're the same person now.
That's true.
Yes.
God damn it.
Yeah. I just talk, and I'm like, why won't Zach shut the fuck up? Anyway, yes, we are doing a bonus episode, totally not a ripoff of a certain YouTube channel where hot wings are consumed and, hot ones, even, you might say.
Yeah, we're very sorry to ContraPoints for ripping off our content, but,
You know what? Fucking, y'all both look just so good, sitting in bathtubs, drinking champagne, that we really couldn't pass this up. Unfortunately, there is no video component. So,
not yet. But if we're able to actually move our way up into the $100 a month Patreon tier, we can convince Zach to actually help us buy new equipment.
This is just a straight up bad telethon we're doing. No. So essentially the premise is
spicy wings until you send us this money.
The worst live stream in the world, 0 viewers.
It's just y'all dying of capsaicin poisoning as $1 trickles in every week or so. Anyway. Essentially, yes, we are going to be eating wings. I say we. The two people who are hanging out in person, Zach and Kelton, are going to be eating wings. Well, I asked them, for their hottest takes on various topics.
So these wings is the legal definition of entrapment, I guess.
Yes, yeah. Every podcast really is entrapment.
If you like our new format, spicy ones, then
don't
please leave a review.
We gotta come up with a better name.
we could call it P ones, but I don't think we're allowed to.
If you like this new segment, then leave us a review on iTunes. It really helps us grow our channel. Join the Discord and hang out with everybody there. And tell your friends about us.
Yeah, assuming you have any. But if not, listen to all of our episodes.
Then you'll feel like we're your friends.
That's the spirit.
And then you can hop into the Discord and talk to us like we're your friends.
We have a tendency of putting reply guys on as guests for our podcast, so,
That's how I got on in the first place, baby.
Well, that and
look at me now,
some very artisanal
stabbing holes in a beer can to ventilate it with a screwdriver. There we go. Anyway,
yeah.
Right.
So, yes, the premise of this episode is that our good buddies Zach and Kelton are together in the flesh to consume some chicken meat of 2 spicy varieties. Said spices are sponsored by these lovely folks from, what was it, Dragon's Blood Elixir?
That's right.
I believe. Yes.
I don't know how they killed the dragon, but, more power to them.
They fucking figured it out, and then they bled the thing dry, hung it up like some venison, and just caught the drippings, and passed those drippings on to the consumer. It's a real beautiful process.
I'm just really looking forward to everyone trying out my artisanal line of beef jerky. I'm going to call it Dragon Giblets and see who all I can rope into this endeavor.
Well, you've got the entire D&D market cornered, I'm sure. So Zach and Kelton have 2 sets of wings, 2 wings a person. The first round is Woodstock Orchard's Rosy Red Apple, which, not being there in person, I can assume just, smells and tastes like a beautiful cinnamony apple pie. A real light spice. What do you guys think? How is it?
Well, if I had to describe
just from smell,
I would say it had CT grown apples, apple cider vinegar, apple cider, CT grown hot pepper.
Connecticut, first of all, is probably what that stands for.
I'll never put the bottle down. You get away from me.
Yeah, put the bottle down, Kelton.
Says Bo.
As well as some honey and sea salt.
That actually holy shit. Yeah, that does actually sound really good. And then the second flavor you guys will be sampling, as I prod you for continually hotter takes, is Apocalyptic Reaper.
Yeah. All of these hot sauces are made with peppers that were grown by this company.
Like most are.
Yeah, no, and they reached out to us and they said they wanted to send us these unreleased flavors. So we get to try them for the first time here tonight. These guys...
Yeah, which is actually cool as shit.
Yes, and it's very cool that they wanted to send us something free. They didn't pay us. We haven't completely sold out yet, I promise.
I mean, we want to, desperately.
We won't sell out for money. We will sell out for hot sauce.
Absolutely.
And any CBD products.
Cool hats.
Throwing out cool hats, especially. It's getting winter time, so I mean, get some nice Russian furry hats.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking like a dad hat that says "I love to fuck" or something like that. Like some very hey, this would have been real neat in January of last year. But now it's just kind of why are you still wearing that, man? Anyway. All right. Without further ado, are y'all ready for some hot singles in your area? I don't fucking know what this.
Absolutely.
We'll workshop it.
I guess we go ahead and eat the first one, and then we have to hear the question and give our take.
Mm-hmm. All right. Just let me know when y'all are ready, and I will sound off the starting gun.
So we're eating the red apple one. A little soggy, I gotta admit. I always thought the hot ones wings were cold.
Well, that's on y'all.
And turns out the hot ones wings are cold.
Yeah, for the listeners at home who hopefully aren't getting too many mouth sounds.
Oh no, I thought this was gonna be a mouth sound centric episode. Come on.
My God, this is so good.
The double fry method is really
explain to the listeners at home, please, what you did with these wings, because I mean,
wing pillows, if you will.
So I marinated these wings in virgin sesame oil. That's unroasted sesame oil with some salt, some pepper, some smoked paprika, and then we fried them in 350-degree oil. I patted them dry after they marinated for 45 minutes to an hour. Coated them in potato starch. Gave them a first fry. Pulled them out. Let them cool down a little bit. Recoated them in starch, an extra thick set, and then fried them a second time until they were just golden brown.
God damn.
I'm going to fight you to be able to walk out of your house with this hot sauce bottle.
Yeah, that actually sounds fucking delicious. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, it's delicious. And this hot sauce is very savory. It's not super spicy. It's actually like a kind of vinegary, like a little bit of heat if you eat it by itself. But this is tempered with a little bit of butter, and there's a lot of chicken for it to cover, so. Not very spicy, so I'm not really inspired. But go ahead and hit us with your first question, Bo.
All right, so I decided this pun was not intentional when I was writing it on my fucking lunch break at work. So these are some warm-ups just to get you guys talking.
Much like
apparently, we've already got your lips moving on the chicken wings, so that's nice. So I'm just gonna hit you with a couple just to get chatting. So. First off, Coke or Pepsi?
I
mean, it's clearly Pepsi. Pepsi didn't kill a bunch of South Americans, at least that we know of.
I mean, I like Coke, but I really gotta say, I stopped doing drugs. I drink a lot more Pepsi than I do. Than
you do Coke.
Coke. So,
well, I mean, you're also one of the people that's like aspartame is totally fine in your book.
Oh
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, Pepsi Max tastes better than Coca-Cola Zero.
Oh shit!
Regular Pepsi tastes like cinnamon too much, and regular Coke has too much acid. And
we're getting into the hot the very granular takes right off the bat. Yeah. I'm loving this.
Everyone's like drunk aunt is being like, oh yeah, no, absolutely, he understands.
Oh, totally.
I have a very
if y'all are listening to this one sober, I mean I apologize in advance.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess that covers that. So popular animated image format on the internet, the .gif file. How y'all pronounce that, huh?
GIF.
GIF.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we're in agreement. I'm glad we're all wrong here. Cool. Good. Okay.
It's supposed to be yip.
Yes. Or if you're a real fucking douchebag, you do the PBS Idea Channel thing from like 3 years ago called a gif.
No, I don't know what sort of
No, that doesn't track. All right, fuck you.
Pronunciation guide.
Eat shit. All right, fine. Next question. Okay, Chick-fil-A or Popeyes?
Popeyes.
Who has the superior chicken sandwich?
Popeyes.
Honestly,
1,000 times Popeyes.
Chick-fil-A spicy sandwich is better.
Oh,
we're not comparing. We're comparing their generic sandwich versus their generic sandwich.
No, spicy or regular. I mean, they're basically reskinned.
Generic
the same
versus generic. I think Popeye's chicken is better because it's crispy, and the Chick-fil-A one just gets too dry. But if we were willing to let the Chick-fil-A spicy into the ring, that is actually a superior sandwich meat.
That is a take I have not heard before, but I am intrigued and repulsed by your candor here.
I don't eat Chick-fil-A anymore. I stopped, but
okay, good, yeah.
Great.
No, we all agree. Chick-fil-A.
Yes, thank you.
Chick-fil-A is in fact canceled. Yes.
Fine. I mean, I'll get rid of our Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl football tickets. But, it's okay.
Wait, hang on.
Wait, shit. So we're canceling the other bonus episode where we try out the
I'm
fucking
not that
Chick-fil-A
much
sauces.
of an ally, you guys.
Oh no.
No, guys, no. It's not that I hate gay people. It's just I really like chicken sandwiches.
I swear. Please
God.
believe me.
No, that's legit what fucking people are like. It's anyway.
All right, that was
so,
our third question. I'm going to go ahead and break into my second medium wing. My second Woodstock Orchards Rosy Red Apple wing.
Thank you for the
From
fucking
Dragon
full
Blood's Elixir.
name there. Yeah, no, Woodstock Orchards Rosy Red Apple. God, that fucking rolls off the tongue like
Much
that's like
this hot
a
tub.
special edition Leinenkugels or something.
Honestly, I'm just glad someone gave us something to do for content.
You hear that, adult film actresses?
Well, all right. So I've got one last warm up question before we move on to the capital RS real shit. Right.
The hard R.
So
real shit.
Oh, do not. So, what would y'all say is the worst meme of 2019? We're coming up on the end of the year. There's been a lot of garbage memes, and a lot of good memes, but a lot of garbage memes. What would y'all say is the worst? Also, I've got some contenders here.
Yeah.
If you're too stumped.
My
That
sense of
boy?
time is permanently fried out. So
Oh, same. Yeah, no, literally, I was fucking talking to somebody about the Rick and Morty thing. Rick and Morty Szechuan sauce thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, hey, remember a couple months ago when fucking all those idiots freaked out over Rick and Morty sauce? And then I Googled it. That happened in 2017.
Yep.
my God.
Which was 2 years ago.
I remember where I was when that happened.
What's
too.
a year?
There was a show
right?
that was nearby me in Louisiana.
Hold on. You are really going for the wine mom talking to her golfing club market here. Yeah, no, I mean, just, Pepsi Max.
Tell us more about the Shonies, man.
That was in the show, guys.
No, I know it was in the show.
It's in-
I watched Rick and Morty back
in
then.
New Orleans, and it was just I was working in the part of town where that was at.
Are we going to talk about, like, the new season when it comes out? Or I know it's come out, but...
I'm not gonna fucking watch
Wait,
it.
it's out already? Mm-hmm. Jesus, I don't know anything apparently.
Yeah, sorry, I don't pick up high school chicks at the nearby Spencer's Gifts. So no, I won't be talking about the new season of Rick and Morty in the year of our Lord 2019.
4 weeks later. So, guys, I checked out the newest season of Rick and Morty. It's actually not that
Also,
bad.
I'm in jail. Also, I should go to hell. But
So, what's your issue with Rick and Morty? Is it the fact of Justin
it's just the
Roiland,
fans.
or-
It's literally just the fans.
Mm.
And I think Justin Roiland seems like kind of a
Is
shitter.
it that you just
And also Dan Harmon seems like kind of a shitter from what I've heard too.
I mean, he's a verified one, so, like...
Yeah, it's all canceled. It all sucks.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Next question, Bo.
So okay, whoa, we didn't even address. We got sidetracked by Szechuan sauce,
shit.
as many good
Lost
podcasts
in the
have.
sauce, as a certain guest would say.
Yes.
All right.
But yeah, so I pulled up just some fucking grab bag contenders for worst meme of 2019. Things that I feel were particularly forced and or egregious. Fucking so gamer girl bathwater. That was the thing that seemed to get run into the fucking ground. I mean, we fucking contributed to that as much as anybody else. Unfortunately, it's a different time. You really can't. Product of our time. Hit or miss. I guess they never miss.
I don't even know what's hit or miss.
Oh, you fuck! Don't boomer me here, man. Don't boomer me here. That's another one, actually. I'm adding that on the list right now. Okay, boomer. Okay, boomer was fucking running to ground in like 3 days.
Yeah, that was like a TikTok meme. Jesus.
Yeah, it was the fucking yeah.
Oh God.
I don't know the details, but it's the lady in the fucking like cosplay doing the hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh?
Yeah.
Ring a bell at all?
No, man, I'm not on TikTok.
Oh no, okay, no, of course, because we're also on TikTok. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh God, the Sasuke choke meme.
That's one. Yeah.
Okay.
Then I've also got written down fucking high power level Shaggy, because people wouldn't shut the fuck up about that.
I remember that. Okay.
That was this.
Yeah, it must have been
year?
like February or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, right.
Okay.
And then Momo, just because Momo has been a thing.
Momo
and then
is the winner, hands down, in my opinion.
I don't know. I thought that the
Momo made the news because people were like legitimately like, oh God, there's a Slender Man demon.
I guess the anime one where it was him looking at the butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
That one is still going on. And I hate that one.
Isn't that older than a year?
I haven't seen that in a minute. But I mean, God, that sucks.
It had a comeback this year, much like the Pikachu one had a comeback this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, fucking weirdly enough, had a comeback. Like, and thank God, only for like the very beginning of January of this year. Uganda Knuckles. Y'all remember that?
Show me the way.
Yeah, that really.
Okay, I hate that one. My vote's for Uganda Knuckles.
That really sucked. Anyway, okay, good. All right, glad we could get all these tepid takes out of the way with these apparently just absolutely pleasant, delicious wings.
Yeah, exactly.
Are y'all ready to
during this?
Yeah, are y'all ready to move on to the Apocalyptic Reaper?
Yes.
Cool. Good.
I want it to be known that I single dipped Kelton's wings and I double dipped my wings, so I was asking for it.
Oh. No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Alright, bro.
Yeah, so ask the question while we get into this.
Alright. Wait, let me alright, before you do. Alright, here's the fucking starting gun, alright?
Uh-huh.
There you go. That's some good audio. Those spikes mean it's good, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah? Yeah, before I even begin asking, let's evaluate how y'all are feeling.
Ooh.
Very spicy.
Is it hot?
That's pretty
Is it hot?
Sweet, almost.
I can feel it. I can feel the pangs of pain.
This is not the fucking clickbaity suffering I was hoping for, but I'm glad y'all are enjoying yourselves.
Okay. This is gonna build for sure.
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. As it builds, then let's go ahead and dig into these hotter of takes that I'm going to demand of you. So, scale of 1 to 10. That's just how I wrote down the question, not necessarily how you need to answer. Scale of 1 to 10. How bullshit is the quote willful transition of power going on in Bolivia right now? Very, very regular and cool things happening in Bolivia, yes?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know when this episode's coming out, but I guarantee you it's not going to get any more regular or cool, so...
Yeah, I always think it's really cool when, my God, it's starting to kick in.
The Hot Ones music, the camera is starting to shake a little bit.
Yeah, the dun-dun!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah?
Woo!
Jeez.
Y'all got your milk?
Oh no, I don't have milk in this house. Any election that is, deemed questionable by the OAS, honestly, I also question that election.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Who better to tell the Americas when they're doing something wrong than the bastion of freedom, the United States of America?
Of course. That's why we're named after it. Rather, America's named after us.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if we were just ridiculously prideful of being called like Vespuccians instead of Americans.
What do you mean the Americas? We're Vespuchistan. Vespuchistan.
Yeah, Bolivia is a straight up coup. That oh my god.
So we're thinking 10 on a bullshit scale and maybe 11 on the spicy scale now that you guys are... Sounds like you're sizzling a little bit, huh?
It hurts.
Alright, good.
My tongue.
Glad we could get that probing question in there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
I'm really...
follow up to that.
Okay.
Yeah?
I was going to say,
No,
I'm really happy.
Yeah, you were saying?
I'm really happy to listen to all of the different sides in the Bolivia issue.
Alright, shut up.
Especially the Twitter accounts with IP addresses in Europe and America.
In Virginia, specifically. Made, earlier this week. Anyway.
That's the main thing that makes me think that, maybe most other conspiracies don't really pan out. Because, every time we do try to do some shady shit, it always ends up just trending on Twitter accidentally. It really does build.
I'm starting to sweat.
Y'all seem adequately warmed up now. Fuck yeah. Alright.
Okay.
So, with what's evolving in Chile, and I did not just bring this in. It's a country in South America. It's not just what's going on in your faces right now. With what's happening in Chile right now, do you think fucking they're gonna get cooed too if Chile does amend their constitution and make it more actually representative of what the people want?
Well, Teslas still need batteries, so I think for sure it will get cooed.
Well, and the good news is that, the people that are going to be rewriting the Constitution are definitely not the people that would benefit from being the ones that are rewriting the Constitution. So, is it really going to end up being a movement of the people by the people? Time will only tell.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, the part B of that question is... So if tomorrow, right, the beautiful gene spliced child of Jeremy Corbyn and Bernie Sanders becomes president of the United States and decides, hey, I'm gonna nationalize fucking everything. We're gonna overhaul union rights and fucking just make the U.S. a workers' paradise, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think Capitol would react in a similar way? And you would see fucking, right-wing death squads and executions of politicians in the U.S.
Business.
My point is, yeah, would Capitol flex its muscles to defend itself in the hegemonic core?
How to stake in the world, the business plot actually did end up working because, they just realized that they could
I hear
get
those
rid
sniffles,
of FDR,
by the way.
Okay, I think a similar type situation, you just had to expect that sort of a thing.
I really think that at the end of the day, rule of law would flex its muscle, and the perfect balance between the executive, legislative, and judicial branches would, really keep radicals that we put into office.
What are you doing, Zach?
And
what are you doing?
And I really think that any candidate that gets in office and wants to make meaningful change would be absolutely rat fucked by the mess of idiots that are currently in office.
Oh God!
Bo, real quick, while Zach is in this mode, I need to ask: what should the legal age of consent be, Zach?
Oh no!
19?
No, we stand a woke king. We stand a woke king. All right.
No.
So
the
it's actually
electorate would just absolutely rat fuck anybody that attempts to use even something like executive power to push through things that are necessary and good.
Yeah,
and they wouldn't allow the will of the people to be heard through that executive branch, which is where it needs to be heard, because it can't be heard through any of the other branches, because everybody that we elect is elected by a system that is controlled from the top to bottom, literally top to bottom, at every single point. It is controlled by the people who would most benefit from controlling that system.
So what you're saying is, even if we got the Jeremy Corbyn, Bernie Sanders, Yowie, Mpreg fanfic I was writing is pretty tepid in retrospect. So say we got in the executive branch of the United States, fucking Joseph Stalin, but also like, in the body of a gorilla that only eats steroid laced cereal. That's all it fucking eats. And listens to. Actually, no, it doesn't listen to power metal. It has ear implants to where all the Joseph Stalin gorilla can hear is power metal.
We need Joseph Stalin to come back and take over the U.S. federal government system, because that's the only way that any meaningful change would be drawn back in a single fell swoop, and not through.
Oh, I hear those sniffles. Oh, those are some suffering sniffles. And
not through some, multifaceted.
It's okay, Zach. I miss him too.
All right. Moving on then. It's funny you actually mentioned offhand. So going back to away from our fantasy land and more into electoral politics as they stand in the United States. Fucking in the 2020 run, do you think we're gonna get similarly dicked over as we were in 2016, where superdelegates decide, hey, you know what the people really want? Good old classic Joe Biden.
Honestly, they're really trying to hand off Joe Biden's followers to Pete Buttigieg right now.
I mean, the same though can be said though for Elizabeth Warren.
They're trying to convince Sanders.
All right, wait. Real moderator hours, real quick. All right, I want y'all to address those points one by one. Zach, you mentioned Buttigieg real quick. What do you think the odds are of him fucking coming through into the primaries and getting super delegated? And then Kelton, what do you think are the odds of Elizabeth Warren getting that treatment?
I think that they're attempting very hard right now. They're attempting very hard to pass off Joe Biden's mantle, because Joe Biden was the chosen one prior to.
Oh God, you're sounding like a little bit stuffy now, and I fucking love it. Do y'all have more Reaper, by the way?
We have one more.
How many more questions do you have?
Oh, just a couple more. Just a couple more. Just making sure you're all right.
I don't want to eat this second one. My hands are like about to start shaking. The double dip was a mistake.
I can see why. The single dip was intense.
It's a rush.
Y'all got a fucking Lady in the Tramp this last wing. I hope you realize. Anyway, so yes.
Way to show him up, Ashley. Just fucking.
Ashley ate hers like 10 minutes ago. Okay, she's
without even breaking a sweat.
She's now like fiending for more.
I went in the kitchen looking for more, and you gave them away.
Ashley, get on the mic if you're gonna talk shit, please.
I just was eating.
Okay, she has nothing to contribute as usual.
Also,
hell yeah!
I don't have,
all right, cool. Like proudly anti-woman podcast. Great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
They're trying to force Pete.
Heard loud and clear, pal.
They're trying to squeeze Pete Buttigieg. The gays
really
as
just
usual.
Stuff him.
The gays
classic
as usual,
sneaky Pete.
have to conform to society's ideal standards. And they're trying to stuff him into Bo Biden's shoes.
Bo Biden.
And really take over.
Get that checked out once a year.
and have him take over the dumb centrists.
Nah. Okay.
Y'all remember that guy Bo Biden was talking about fight in the 70s or whatever? I don't fucking remember the context on the dumb thing. Anyway, porn cop is the joke I'm working my way up to.
Oh, no.
His buddy porn cop. So Kelton, all right. So you were of the opinion maybe the Dems are working their way to fucking running Elizabeth Warren.
Oh no.
As their golden child.
I should really clarify that. I think they're pushing Warren right now because then they can get Warren to knock out Sanders, and I think they realize that if they can split it enough, Sanders will bow out before Warren will, because Sanders, ultimately, I know we all like to think the world of him, but he would rather have a Warren presidency than a Biden one, and he would rather have a Biden presidency than a Trump one, and so.
Which honestly, like that's the trap that you lay for yourself when you get into electoral politics and when you start contributing and working towards that, because iterative change is still change, and iterative change is still the goal of your actions.
Well, I mean, like Clinton winning obviously would not have been good, but if you guys are ready for it, like a super hot take, like to say that Clinton and Trump truly, like their administrations would be equally bad is very naive. Just, I mean, looking at the way that Trump was able to stock the courts.
Yeah, he's
just one of the most productive in that era. I mean, second to Reagan, who just fell.
Yeah, saying that they would be exactly as bad as one another is some like fucking bad Facebook group shit.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because we've lost not only a portion of the electorate to really radical right-wing politics, even though they may not think so. We've also lost groundwork that's been laid. We had the opportunity under Obama to get people in the Supreme Court to put.
Oh, that's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah,
I mean, especially the Supreme
Yeah, I mean,
Court.
it's definitely not without blame. You know, like there are a load of issues that, you know, with the Obama administration. Then I'm sure a Clinton administration would have been equally miserable in certain areas, but in the way that the judicial branch now is what it is, that, I mean, we are absolutely fucked for like the next 25 years. And even more so,
these old fucks refuse to croak.
Yeah, if/when Trump wins, and then RBJ or
RGB.
Oh God,
The CMYK.
No,
yeah,
RGB. Yeah, CMYK.
Bader Ginsburg. RBG.
CMYK.
MSTK.
Thank you for supporting me on this dumb nerd joke, Zach. I appreciate it. Also, it sounds like y'all are okay. Not to break the discourse too much. It sounds like y'all aren't feeling too spicy right now. I think we might need to spice it up real quick.
Fuck you, Bo.
Chom on down.
All right, so what's the next question then for us?
This is prep either for the inevitable D&D episode where I torture you guys with dumb dice rolls and stupid rules that nobody understands, or where the inevitable CBT episode where I just stomp your fucking nuts.
I mean, we can do both though, right?
Oh yes,
Roll for
CBT,
initiative.
my favorite tabletop game. Yeah.
All right. What's the question? We'll start eating.
All right, cool. North Korea, we stand?
Fuck.
We stand?
Can we bump North Korea and like Syria as well? Can we group it together?
Oh, you mean
Double
the
or
Lion of
nothing, essentially,
Damascus?
is my question.
The nation of Syria, I could take or lose. It's Bashar al-Assad and his rippling abs that I'm here for. Yeah, that's what you're saying? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay, cool.
Anything that is counterculture,
Yeah.
is good.
Okay. All right. Public masturbation. Good. Zach. Noted. All right. Cool. Not gonna kink shame. All right.
It's good that there are. It's good that the marketplace of ideas is thriving with a vast amount of republics and.
What think tank did we hire you from again? Everybody, Zach, calling in from. You okay?
No, I'm fine.
I was gonna say calling in from fucking Arlington, Virginia, or Langley or whatever the fucking CIA, wherever all those very real Bolivian cats are from.
Yeah, it's just one big call center actually that got the contract. So.
God, fucking. If you thought Sorry to Bother You 1 was intense, watch the sequel.
Oh, this hurts.
Alright. yeah, Kelton, you got any particular takes?
North
or are you
Korea,
still in the spice hole?
North Korea, I currently do not stand.
You don't stand.
However-
Kelton, you're like the tanky.
You're-
I know. Of
You're
all
canceled,
of us.
sis.
Now, North Korea, circa.
Sisters. As I launch a fucking missile into the fucking side of Tokyo.
No, but my hot take would be that Kim Jong Un's grandfather, I do stand.
Oh, okay.
He was established as originally a puppet of the USSR, which was very imperialist in and of itself. However, he was honestly able to transform a country that was decimated by war, the likes of which hadn't really been seen before, and transform it into a fairly thriving nation state, the likes of which that we've often forgotten, but a lot of the time, especially before Kim Jong Il's came to power, North Korea was viewed as overall more successful than South Korea was, and it was because of the rich ore and minerals that they had there. They were able to become an industrial powerhouse. However, the economic isolationism that then they were forced into, as well as the capitalist investments from other groups and European powers and just Western powers in general, had into South Korea, is the thing that's created this stark contrast. That, in addition to several things like famine and honestly mismanagement. I mean,
it happened. I mean, I don't mean to sound flippant, because famine, it happens, is like a bad Robot Chicken bit. But my point, famine literally does happen. That's a thing that happens.
Have to kill those farmers after he mismanaged the radicalization of them? Maybe.
Well, it's fucked up because he went down to Ukraine and it was just like a bunch of Tsar Nikolais working on a farm together, and he had to waste all the clones.
Well, that's kind of what I...
Read a Bible for once in your life. Christ's sakes, man.
That is the comparison, though, is that, to stand North Korea now, it's no different than if you were standing like Gorbachev-era Russia. It's not really... I mean, they're very different, like, in terms of their actual day-to-day operations, but they are so far away from the initial blueprint that they're disfigured. God,
that's fair. Hot. Yeah. So my follow-up question to that is, you want to fucking go hang out at the Pyongyang Pizza Hut?
I want to say that the amount of capital that is...
Wait, what's pizza?
What kind of toppings are we talking about here? The amount of capital that's been forced through South Korea by Western countries to bring it to where it stands today has caused a rift in South Korea between the very modernized city and the very rural country. And they
almost
are...
like the rural bits of the country are forgotten and left behind from the cultural identity.
Yeah, they've been...
Damn, wild how that works, huh?
Yeah. They've been...
Crazy how we have tons of K-pop and no K-country, huh?
Oh my god!
Wait, can I do another take of that? I fucking tripped over my words on that very dumb joke I did.
Please, Rob, do not slaughter us in your Discord. No, and
actually, there are 19 different K-country artists, and I'm very offended that.
And I'm not going to listen to a single goddamn one. Moving on.
It still burns.
Unless there's
it still burns.
Wait. I gotta Google this joke. 1 sec. Keep suffering for 1 second.
South Korea's had so much capital forced through it. As an example of how great capitalism is for the country, it's rotting from the inside, and you just don't see the effects of it because it's being propped up by more capital. Because that's how capitalism works.
Yeah.
And China is what could have been in North Korea if North Korea had the material resources,
landmass,
the labor force, the support of Russia. Honestly, post Cold War Russia, that
legitimate support of Russia instead of being used as a satellite. Like they were just basically used as a giant factory for a decade plus.
Which is what happens when you don't own the means of production.
crazy. I know.
And to talk more about material conditions, again, they didn't have any of the resources that China had, so they could force themselves from 1990 to present day to not only work through an industrial revolution, but to be a leading exporter of goods around the world. Such a leading exporter that reactionaries in the U.S. are resorting to essentially Stone Age tactics to prevent them from just forcing them out of the market entirely.
I mean, if there's going to be no such thing as a good state, then, at the very least, there are such things as useful states.
You guys are really, 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 like, getting congested, I can tell, but you're also having a solid discussion, and I gotta say, I do appreciate
Professional
that.
broadcasting,
Also, the joke I was going to make earlier, and this probably won't track for anyone outside of the dumb Facebook group we met in, which you gotta be a mega Patreon to fucking get in that. Anyway, this joke won't track for anybody, but Hank U. Williams, the guy, the fucking neo-Nazi Korean guy from Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, cool, good. Anyway,
you're welcome for
Y'all
the
are
Texas
really
reference.
hurting for a squirtin', huh? Yeah, we are a Texas podcast. I gotta make that very clear.
Squirt.
Um,
That's the horniest thing that has ever been said.
y'all ever heard that fucking
Some
turn
of our
phrase?
outtakes from the last episode, those were some of the horniest things
True.
ever said. There was a lot of built up.
Yeah, you edited that
I don't know
down
what the
into what was still a pretty horny episode.
I hope
edgy.
all of
And,
us have gotten laid since then, because Jesus Christ.
Wait, you guys broke November? All right, we're gonna have to talk after this. Anyway, so a little more domestic than the international politics I've been grilling y'all on, both in this hemisphere and the other. You all right?
I'm fine.
You
My
good?
one finger's got a little twitch going. He doesn't like it.
We'll be okay.
That's why video format is really good for this.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah. This is all just y'all are amazing fucking voice actors.
Look.
I would like to plug officially this time that we would like to thank all of our patrons for helping us cover our basic needs and no longer bleeding money to do what we do. It's nice to see that people care about us to this level.
Oh, he's tearing up.
Yeah, but the
It's the hot sauce. Believe me.
All right.
You ever just think about, like, there was a time your dad hugged you the last time? Anyway.
Anyway.
If we get more Patreon support for a food network and a sports network, you best believe that we'll have a bunch of GoPros and we'll be going to the Korean restaurants.
Yeah, because we would love to actually do video content, but stuff costs
Yeah,
money.
no, yeah.
And
Okay,
Because like
all right.
this is
Hey,
spicy, but the Korean wings, they're
even
a
have
not to
level.
hot
fucking
sauce in house
jinx ourselves or anything. I think the sequel to this has to be y'all turning the hot takes premise back on me.
Oh, of course. That's exactly what it is. And one of
All
us
right.
gets to, I guess, hang out with you, IRL.
Oh no, I'm coming out to Houston for this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So, last question. So, I don't know if you guys have been following. Have y'all heard of news these days? Anyway,
Like, is this some sort of like new algorithm that's out?
yes.
Is it,
Donald Trump
Pokemon?
Jr. has been going on his book tour for the Triggered book he put out because there weren't enough books, and also Netflix specials featuring hack comedians with the exact same title already. Don't even get me into the fucking YouTube videos whose thumbnails are just big old anime titties, also with the same title.
Dragon penises.
God, I wish.
That's the real
I
Dragon's
fucking
Blood
wish.
elixir.
That's a crossover right there. Fucking get our bad dragon contacts, of which we have many, in with the fucking Dragon's Blood folks. Dragon's cum. It's the ranch.
It's a squirting dildo, but it's just filled with apocalyptic
It's ranch.
Reaper.
Apocalyptic Reaper Ranch. All right, cool. Let's not include this in the
Apocalyptic
episode.
Reaper Ranch
Not
is
for embarrassment
probably
reasons, but just because. I mean, shit. This is all This is all proprietal industry talk here. Anyway, so yes, and in this fucking book tour, good old Donnie Jr.'s been doing. He's been booed and harassed by members of the right to the right of him, who view him as a fake and a shill. Similarly, in a lot of his recent campus appearances, Charlie Kirk has been harassed by members of the very online right, who are asking him questions, essentially anti-Israel. But I mean, when they're asking anti-Israel questions, we know what they're asking.
It's because
but also
Charlie
it kind of
Kirk
puts
supports Palestine, right?
obviously. Yeah. So what I'm really fucking beating around the bush to is here. Is it a good thing that the right is eating its own in this way?
It's the Ann Coulter effect.
Or
No, I honestly.
Ann Coulter. Okay, all right. Here's some fucking hot takes. I wish y'all had another wing at the ready here.
I mean,
goddamn.
sure we could do something.
Do a shot of the hot sauce or something, because it sounds like y'all have some real hot takes on this.
I mean, do you want to do something? I don't know.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
All right. If either of y'all have an eyedropper at the handy,
My heart right now, I don't know if it's me, if it's a heart attack. It's the Ann Coulter effect. Once you radicalize your base beyond where you are, suddenly you have to be like, what? No, these were never my people. The people that follow me would never say this. And then all of your fans start leaving you. Pilo!
Okay.
And just to make sure I understand, can you repeat the question?
So essentially, the crux of my question is, as mainstream right wing figures, right wing figures. God damn, isn't it great working on an audio format? Right wing figures contend and experience friction with their more radical bases. I mean, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? What's your take?
I think overall that it's a bad thing because it gets away from them. I mean, to use a very Texas example, in I want to say 2010, then Lieutenant Governor David Dewhurst was the heir apparent in the Senate seat, and he was basically going to have it locked and loaded. It was going to be just another, whatever. And then this weird Tea Party candidate came through and placed second in the primary, but neither gained over 50%, so there was a runoff. And then what ended up happening was Ted Cruz beat David Dewhurst, and instead of some weird quasi John Cornyn-esque level senator, you get this much more social media savvy showboating type. And
he's a showboat, all right.
Yeah, more like a smoke show. Am I right? But he quickly cannibalized his own base, because I mean, like the Tea Party or John Birch Society Part 2, however they want to call themselves, they radicalize. I mean, it's similar to what Zach was saying, but I really think that it's not a good thing, because it's not like these movements die out. I think that it's they only get stronger as time moves on, because they're able to morph and they get smarter about things. I'm trying to remember the name of the guy who it's not George Randall, but it's a name. Sorry to any listeners who might know. But he basically designed the blueprint for what every Milo person does, what every Donald Trump Jr. person does. And he was just like a straight up Nazi. But he was viewed in this really weird, like he's just doing his thing and he's building off of just having hot talking points, but nothing else really behind it. But he did end up radicalizing some people, and the movement grew. So That's where I don't think it's actually good that then people are getting more radicalized, because I don't think it's only silly. Because for every, Donald Trump Jr. that's actually out there, there's, someone who's doing a lot more damage, like a Dave Rubin, who's, making it appear in a much more moderate style fashion, and he uses all of the $5 words and makes everyone seem like a pleasant interview, but in reality he's pushing a much more wild agenda beyond, whatever coke-fueled quasi-frat message Donald Trump Jr. has.
Like,
that is the perfect fucking way to phrase it, too.
think about
Goddamn.
the people, the personalities that we grew up listening to when our parents were listening to things, and we were picking that up from them. Rush Limbaugh doesn't sound like insanely crazy anymore, and he doesn't like outright like say the 14 words or anything. And by most standards, like that's normalized now. He's normalized. Who else?
Glenn Beck?
Glenn Beck, yeah, he just has a fucking Fox News show, and that's normal.
Glenn Beck's in the fucking dust at this point.
Glenn Beck, he is super Christian and anti-Trump, but for like weird reasons. I was looking into that recently.
Yeah,
yeah,
that could be a whole thing about him.
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson
is now just on Fox News.
Here's, I guess, a good example. If you don't take Megyn Kelly seriously, you end up getting Tommy Lahren.
Okay.
Like, I mean, in the sense of, it's basically the same mold, but it's just a little further to the right. It's a little bit more extreme. And sure, I mean, maybe also a little bit dumber, or maybe a little bit smarter. Who knows? I don't know kayfabe like these people do.
Yeah.
But
and I think that's just a product of everything slowly radicalizing in the slow march of that radicalization, which means it's not great that these people realize too late. It means that there's, to realize too late what their message is doing, and they don't even see it as their message having done that, I don't think. I think most of them are still deluded. Like I said, the Ann Coulter effect. Like, even, like, now she has, like, hot takes on Twitter.
She tries.
Well, she tries, and half of them are like, what do you mean? No, we shouldn't hate black people. America was founded by immigrants, and it's like, wait, what? Like, hold on.
Why do you call them immigrants? Real quick, let's.
And Coulter's like, that's why I'm voting for Bernie. And it's because they don't recognize themselves as being a stepping stone to the right, because the ideology that they hold is insidious and flawed in that way. And that just means that there's not enough resistance, there's not enough structure that we have to de-radicalize people on the right, and there's also not enough structure we have to challenge the ideas that they can just say on cable news networks and be spread around the country to aunts and uncles everywhere.
I guess a better example would be like, we've replaced Bill O'Reilly with Tucker Carlson.
Yeah. Oh, God, I forgot about Bill O'Reilly, too.
Gross.
Yeah, he's just like
fucking
a
gross.
dumb old dude now. And now Tucker Carlson is there doing the face.
Straight Nazball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's very bad. I used to think that we're falling into more extremes the older or the longer we continue to exist. And, the vibrations, they get more and more radicalized, so things get further and further out there. But I think a better example would be like if you're boiling water, and if you let it boil long enough, all the water starts to evaporate until there's almost
more
nothing
concentrated.
left. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's actually what you're getting. And then you can hide that concentrate into something else. And
the ideology has been consistent throughout all the generations. They're just every step along the way, they're taking the mask a little further off.
Yeah.
It's slowly peeling back the mask. Fox News host by Fox News host. One cancellation after another. Layer by fucking layer.
Honestly, I can't wait for Shepard Smith and Dave Rubin to just be like, "We're gay conservatives." The talk show.
Oh no.
Uh,
Well, with that last flaming hot take, I suppose we should wrap it up, huh?
yeah, they're flaming.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, I can say it, but
I think Zach can too, right? Maybe.
yeah, okay. I'm just checking. I'm just checking. Hell yeah.
It's pronounced
Fellow union man like myself. Union, if you catch my, if you catch my, DM me is what I'm saying. Anyway, cool, good. I'm glad we could get you guys on to suffer a little bit with the very good spicy juices from Dragon's Blood Elixir. Because I mean, you know, as much as y'all actually did seem to be suffering a little bit from the Reaper, that Woodstock Orchard's Rosy Red Apple, that just sounds like a hug in sauce form.
It is absolutely. It's the perfect vinegary, sweet, savory balance, which is really just a testament to the love and care they put into
and only $5.99 at your local HEB.
I don't even want to know how much this artisanal thing would be.
It's probably expensive, but like worth it. Like farmers market expensive, where it's
Reaper,
like, I'm supporting
I just want to read
a cool business.
I just want to read the peppers that are in here real fast. It is Stone Soup Hot Pepper Mash. It is Reaper. It is Connecticut grown Reapers. It is Apocalypse Scorpions, Chocolate 7 Pot Peppers, and then some various fruits and vegetables.
I didn't understand a goddamn word of that. That sounds delicious.
It is delicious. It's extremely hot. It has a very it still has the very, when you get into really hot peppers, it has a tang to it that is very unique to these very hot peppers. But it is still a wonderful sauce.
Well, hell
I'm
yeah.
definitely gonna order more of them just because, you know, they gave me free shit and I love hot sauce. I have too many already.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get more of it. But you know, thanks to them for sending us free stuff. If they want to send us more, then we will eat it on a podcast again, because Jesus.
Yeah. Also, my address is the episode
No, I mean,
just cuts
honestly,
from
like
there.
I mean, we went through probably about a third, maybe.
Yeah, a good third
And so,
3/5.
like we were absolutely dousing it with stuff, but everyone should have Woodstock Orchard's Rosy Red Apple, like just as like the all-purpose, I think, style.
It's the new. It's better than the tiger sauce. Tiger sauce is good on eggs, but that would be amazing on eggs.
Yeah, I mean, especially the vinegar, but.
Oh, y'all are making fun. Well, shit. All right then, y'all. Kelton, do you want to hit us with maybe take another bite of what wing remains and then a deuces?
There's no wing. There's only bone.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand. It was really good. It was just also.
I was gonna
really
say,
spicy.
yeah. Apparently, y'all, despite being torturously spicy, you did like it. So
It was
tortuously
phenomenal.
spicy.
nice.
That was nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be proud of yourself for that one. Yeah, well, guys, it's been real, and it's a blast, and, I mean, just...
We hope you enjoy our bonus content. If you liked this a lot, then please come join us on our Twitch streams, Fridays at 8 p.m. Central.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun time all the way around. I'm going to blatantly steal this from Zach once this episode is over. So, deuces!